If you're still soaking and boiling your grain spawn, you're wasting your time. Today, I'm showing you a no prep method that takes hours off your mushroom grow. No more waiting for your grains to finish cooking. So, in the spirit of saving time, let's get into it. We're making no prep grain spawn jars today using whole oat groats. This beginner-friendly method also works with other grains like millet or rye berries with just a couple small tweaks. I'll cover those small differences at the end of the video. For our supplies, we're going to need whole oats or a grain of your choosing, 1 quart mason jars, and a pressure cooker. We also need to make a couple alterations to our mason jar lids. If you guys haven't made these lids before, you're also going to need some high temperature silicone, polyfill or micropore tape, and a hole punch. All the supplies will be linked in the description below. So for our lid setup, I make 2 small changes. We're gonna punch 2 holes in there on opposite sides of the jar. One hole is gonna be covered with some sort of air filter. You can use micropore tape or polyfill. The other hole is gonna be covered with high temperature silicone, and that's gonna serve as our injection port. For a bit more detail on how I made these lids, you can check out my liquid culture video right up here. So for each quart jar, we're gonna use 75 milliliters of water per 100 grams of oats. I'm using 180 grams of oats, so that's gonna be 135 milliliters of water per jar. Since 1 milliliter is the same as 1 gram, you can just weigh it out on your food scale. You can usually get good results by using anywhere from 75 to 100% of the oats' weight in water. It may take a batch or 2 to dial in your perfect ratio, but oats are pretty forgiving, so don't stress too much about it. If your jars come out too wet, just cut back the water next time. If they're too dry, add a bit more. But for most people, 75 milliliters of water per 100 grams of oats is a solid starting point. Once all of our jars are filled, we can loosely cover the lids with foil to keep moisture out. Then we'll place them in the pressure cooker elevated on a rack or trivet so water doesn't touch them. If the jars end up sitting in water, they're gonna end up cooking a lot more and clumping together, which is gonna make dealing with them a lot more difficult down the road. Now, one of the drawbacks of the no soak, no simmer method is that these jars are filled with liquid, and so we can't stack them on their sides. In my case, that means I can only fit 7 jars inside my pressure cooker instead of the usual 10. However, skipping the soaking and simmering process saves me hours on every batch, so I think it's well worth it. So to sterilize these jars, we're gonna start the pressure cooker with the valve open and wait for a steady stream of steam for 10 minutes to push out any pockets of air. Then we're gonna close the valve, build to 15 PSI, and sterilize for 90 minutes. After that, we'll shut off the heat and let the pressure cooker depressurize naturally before we open it up. When the jars come out of the pressure cooker, feel free to shake them around while they're still warm to help redistribute some of that moisture. And once those jars are finally cool, they'll be all ready for inoculation. And that's it, your no prep grain jars. So if we're gonna use other grains, here's how we can modify the water ratio. Obviously, we already covered oats, but for millet, you're gonna wanna use a little bit less water. Around 60 to 65 milliliters per 100 grams of millet, since it doesn't absorb as much. For rye berries, we're gonna wanna use 80 to 100 milliliters of water per 100 grams of rye berry. Rye berries are pretty forgiving, but it's a good idea to rinse them first as they tend to be pretty dusty out of the bag. Also make sure we're always using whole grains, not cracked or rolled or anything weird. And if you guys want to use this process on a bigger scale, such as doing it in a spawn bag instead of a mason jar, that's okay too. Just make sure you keep the same ratios. If you guys have any questions or your own way of doing this, let me know in the comments below. I'm always interested in learning more. And that's gonna settle that. Thanks for watching and happy growing.